Hi, I'm Carmen Chammas. I'm your astrologer. Today I will talk about Wednesday, the 9th of October. Today the moon is in Sagittarius till 9:40 a.m. Universal Time. After that, it moves to Capricorn. If you're watching me from the Americas, the moon in the morning, when you wake up, before you wake up, the moon will already be in Capricorn. If you're watching me from Sydney, let's say Australia, the moon will stay in Sagittarius till almost sunset, maybe 9 p.m., something like that, Wednesday. After that, it moves to Capricorn. So the rest of the world, the moon will be in Sagittarius till 9:40 a.m. Universal Time. So how's it going to be for all signs? Basically, with the moon in Sagittarius is great, basically, for the fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, of course, and Leos. The moon in Capricorn, it will be, of course, great for earth signs, meaning that we're talking about Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So let's break down this day. Aries, definitely, if you catch the moon in Sagittarius, that would be great. Otherwise, you really need to pay attention, because with the moon in Capricorn and the sun in Libra, that's a lot of planetary stress, so you need to be careful. It can be an irritating kind of day. I'm talking astrologically, but I'm giving you the quality of time, so you have to pay attention to that. As for Taurus, of course, the moon in Capricorn is a great plus. It will help you get to catch up with your work and get things done the right way. You've been waiting for this moon maybe for the last 5 or 6 days. So this is your chance to do things right. The moon in Sagittarius will keep you busy. So plan accordingly. As for Gemini, the moon in Sagittarius really actually may cause some tension at a certain moment, especially when you find that your efforts find themselves, your effort gets kind of blocked or kind of contradicted, or like maybe stopped at a certain point. Maybe there is some kind of a difference in opinion, but I don't think it's anything serious. The sun in Libra actually is quite helpful so with a little bit of flexibility, you can actually get things done and sort things out. As for Cancer, the moon in Capricorn is not that easy by itself. But with the sun also in a square with your sign, that's a lot of stress for Cancerians. So you have to make sure that things are really on the right track. And we have planet Mars in your sign, so this is not a good sign at all. So you really need to be careful. You may be a little bit emotional or too emotional at a certain moment, and this will extend till Friday evening. So plan accordingly, please. Be careful, drive carefully if you were born between the 10th and the 13th of July. That's planet Mars. Okay, let's move now to Leo. Leo, the moon in Sagittarius is helpful. When the moon moves to Capricorn, things may get a little bit kind of different. There's a kind of a different atmosphere. You really need to be cautious about your work. You don't want to create a snowball for the weekend, because things may get a little bit out of hand, or maybe a little bit kind of weird, because the moon will be opposing your sign during the weekend. You don't want problems. So be careful with your work, be meticulous, try to focus on your work, prioritize, and don't leave mistakes behind you. Virgo, I love the effects of the moon in Capricorn. It will help you to get things done easily. There will be a grand trine between this moon, between the Uranus, which is in Taurus, and your sign. So after all, whatever happens during the day, with the moon in Capricorn, you will have a beautiful end of day, meaning that you will be satisfied by the end of the day, and this will move on beautifully till Friday evening. Let's move now to Libra. Libra, so we have some kind of a great vibe going around with the moon in Sagittarius. When it moves to Capricorn, you may feel a little bit kind of homey, meaning like you want to stay home, you want to stay in some kind of an easy, smooth environment. This is fine. Maybe you just want to stay home, maybe you want to be with some good friends, you want to spend some quiet, cozy moments. And of course, this is right, and this is what you should do. If problems come up, like with people around you, try to ignore and try to amend immediately. Scorpio, the planet Venus is still in your sign. The moon in Sagittarius and the moon in Capricorn, both of them are in a good planetary positions for you. Venus in your sign, that's great. We have Mars forming a trine with your sign, and we have Saturn and we have Neptune trine with your sign. So there can be some kind of a very beautiful melange, you know. There's a great chemistry today with Scorpios, so this can be a beautiful, gorgeous day. The moon in Sagittarius or the moon in Capricorn, both of them will be very helpful. So lucky you. Venus sends you the best of vibes if you were born between the 10th and the 14th of November. Sagittarius, of course, the moon in your sign is quite helpful. It actually enlightens you, it empowers you, it brightens this whole day wherever you are on this beautiful earth. When the moon moves to Capricorn, you're still empowered and you still have the great impulse, you know. You're still fully charged, you know, with beautiful, very empowering vibes. So move forward. Excuse me. Sorry, that was my cat, Lulu. I had to let her out. So whatever is happening, try to move in the direction that you want. Enjoy this beautiful day. And whatever homework, tasks, chores you have, try to work on them. This can be a busy day, but I think it will lead somewhere good. Let's move now to Capricorn. So Capricorn, everything will be on slow motion as long as the moon is in Sagittarius. When the moon reaches your sign, that's when you will find yourself in a different mood. You will find yourself happier, you find yourself more empowered, you find yourself more self-confident, and you will be daring enough to do something different. So basically, and actually things will move in the right direction or in the direction that you want. So I think you should wait for the moon to reach your sign, and this is when you wake up. That's when a new start begins. A lunar page begins. Every year we have 13 pages, 13 lunar pages, 13 chapters in your year, and this is one of them. I've talked about this a lot. If you have any question, please leave a comment. Moving to Aquarius. So Aquarius, let me say, the moon in Capricorn is not helpful. So things may actually stall. If you're watching me from Sydney, from Australia, wherever you are in Australia, things may be still on slow motion. Things will actually be quite interesting, because basically the moon will be in Sagittarius almost all day long. So that's when you should be doing your homework. Don't leave it till Thursday. Whereas if you're watching me from the Americas, you have to know that the moon will be most of the day in Capricorn, and that most of the things will be stalling, will be on hold. So please act accordingly, pay attention. Things may be delayed, appointments, interviews, travels, trips, whatever. Double check on everything. Otherwise, wherever you are, take note. The moon in Sagittarius definitely is better and faster and more rewarding than the moon in Capricorn, as you have just listened and heard. Okay, now we're moving to Pisces. I like this day, Pisces. Even the moon in Sagittarius will be quite fine, although it will put you to some tests, you know, quick tests, but it will be fine. I know that you've been suffering, you've been feeling a little bit tired lately. I know that. It's Saturn, it's Neptune. Things are not that easy. I know that. But you have to be strong. all signs have passed through the transit of Saturn, so you have to be strong. Things that are not stable, are not for you, are not permanent in your life will go away with Saturn. It's Saturn that will move them away, you know? That's the meaning of Saturn transiting your sign. So basically, you're a little bit tired. Today, for example, the moon in Sagittarius can be a little bit irritating. I know that, but everything should be fine. It's not a big deal. You should be by now adapted, you know, to the effects of Saturn in your life. So basically, it's a good day, especially that Capricorn will jump in. The moon in Capricorn will be helpful, will help you get some rewards to your efforts. So plan accordingly. Venus helps you definitely if you were born between the 8th and the 10th, 11th of March. Let's wrap it up with born on the 9th of October. This should be very interesting, very rewarding year, very helpful. This year can actually help you move forward, whether on the social level, whether on the academical level. I think you can do great today. Things are quite interesting, and some of the projects that you work on this year will be very, very successful. New projects will come up, and I think you should choose the best. Wishing you all the best. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye bye.